Welcome to Unleashed English, the podcast, where learning English becomes simple and fun. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Have you ever tried to speak English, but suddenly your mind went blank? You wanted to say something, but no words came out. This is what we call freezing. It happens to many English learners, even to people who study for years. Don't worry, you are not alone. In this lesson, I will explain why this happens, and I will teach you 4 powerful techniques to help you speak English fluently, confidently, and without freezing. Let's begin. Why do we freeze? Freezing happens because of nervousness and fear of making mistakes. When you want to speak, your brain is busy thinking, what if I say it wrong? What if people laugh? What if I forget the word? These thoughts block your memory. So the first step is to understand that freezing is normal, and it's okay. Many native speakers also freeze sometimes when they speak. Now let's talk about the 4 techniques. Technique 1. Take a short pause and breathe. When you freeze, your first reaction is usually panic. But instead of panicking, stop for a moment, smile, and take a deep breath. Breathing relaxes your body and gives your brain oxygen. Even 1 or 2 seconds of silence is okay. In fact, good speakers often pause on purpose. A short pause makes you look confident. For example, imagine someone asks, "What do you think about this topic?" Instead of rushing, you can pause, breathe, and then say, "That's an interesting question. Let me think for a moment." This sounds natural and gives you time to prepare your answer. Technique 2. Use simple words. Many students try to use difficult vocabulary or complex grammar. That's why they freeze. They cannot remember the exact word. But communication is not about difficult words. It's about clear ideas. For example, maybe you want to say, "I had a very exhausting day," but you forget the word exhausting. Don't stop. Just use a simple word. "I had a very tiring day." Or even, "I am very, very tired." People will understand you. Remember, simple is powerful. A good speaker is not the one who uses big words, but the one who makes people understand easily. Technique 3. Practice common phrases. When you speak English, sometimes you need a few seconds to think. Instead of freezing, use ready-made expressions. These are short phrases that give you time. For example, "That's a good question. Let me think. Well, I guess. You know." These phrases are like little bridges. They connect your silence to your next idea. Native speakers use them all the time. Imagine someone asks, "What do you like about your city?" You can start with, "Well, let me think. One thing I really like is the food." See? You didn't freeze. You used a phrase to keep the conversation flowing. Technique 4. Focus on communication, not perfection. One of the biggest reasons people freeze is the fear of mistakes. But let me tell you, making mistakes is a natural part of learning. When you speak, your goal is to communicate, not to be perfect. Think about children. When they learn their first language, they make many mistakes, but they don't stop. They just keep talking. And that's how they improve. You should do the same. You say, "He go to school yesterday," instead of, "He went to school yesterday." People will still understand you. The grammar is not perfect, but the message is clear, and the more you practice, the fewer mistakes you will make. Extra tips for confidence. Now let me give you some bonus advice. 1. Practice speaking every day. Even 5 minutes is helpful. Talk to yourself, describe what you see, or explain what you are doing. For example, say, "I am making tea. The water is boiling. Now I add sugar." This daily practice makes your brain faster. 2. Record your voice. When you listen to yourself, you will notice mistakes and also see your progress. Over time, you will sound more natural. 3. Don't compare yourself to others. Everyone learns at a different speed. Your journey is unique. Focus on your own progress. 4. Celebrate small successes. If you spoke 1 full sentence without freezing, that's a success. If you had a short conversation in English, that's a success. Step by step, you will become fluent. Final words. So, let's review. Take a short pause and breathe. Use simple words. Practice common phrases. Focus on communication, not perfection. These 4 techniques will help you speak English more fluently, with confidence, and without freezing. Remember, the secret is practice and patience. Every time you speak, you become stronger. Thank you for listening. Keep practicing, stay confident, and speak English every day. You can do it. Thank you for watching until the end. If you want to learn more useful words and key phrases to speak English fluently, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.